we are now to talk about the learning models and the learning pedagogic strategies. But is there a coordination at the university? I mean, what you do and what you do you have a group or a forum in which you discuss it? And what do you expect from the leadership? Because it's not just the leadership that is putting requests on us. I think I would like also to transfer some of the questions from here to the leadership.
I think the new demands of the 21st century call for a new way of thinking about how people learn and how practice and theory are constituted in one domain. And I think that the issue of relevance and the issue of connecting between theory and practice and what you might want to call the wisdom of practice that we might want to enhance here in our pedagogies and in higher education is a challenge for us at an academic level, and I would not say at a business level, but from an academic perspective.
I think we are now in an age where we can no longer repeat the 20 and 30 years old criticism of technological determinism, because whether we like it or not, technology determines. And as time goes by, it will determine more. And we will do ourselves disservice if we disregard this. And I'd like to offer a few ideas. But let me begin with a quote from Douglas Adams, one of my favorite philosophers. Douglas Adams says that any new technology is encountered or viewed by people for whom the technology was invented before they were born as natural.
I'm 61 years old, and I've seen several industries destroyed by technology, and technology moves faster. Film industry was destroyed by technology. The book industry is about to be destroyed by, not destroyed, but totally changed by technology. And retail is going to be totally changed by technology. I'm just wondering, is the bricks and mortar model of this campus going to be there in 2025, or is this going to be a totally online campus with perhaps students getting together occasionally to discuss issues?
There's two things which I believe we touched briefly, and I'll not take more than 3 minutes to share with you. First of all, when I see the year 2025, I freak out. Guys, you don't have a clue about year 2025. And what you're saying is totally non-relevant. Take 11 years back, look what we say there about what we are going to have today. The point, I believe somebody mentioned it, the world is not linear, the world is exponential. 15 years ago, when I wanted to design a microprocessor, I look at the history, I did linear extrapolation, I knew where it is, I designed it, and I hit bingo. Today, I'm trying to call 5 years forward, I don't have a clue, and I need a totally different trait, which we are excellent in. I need to take risk, I need to be able to guess, I need to use my imagination. The extrapolation do not work. And for that reason, when people ask me about 2025, or they say, we've got a 5 years program, say you're out of your mind, by 5 years we are going to be out of business. That's point number one. Point number two, because we are in, and I am facing this problem even today, because we're in an exponential world, I can tell you only one thing about what you are teaching your students. In 10 years, it's not going to be relevant.
First of all, we have one of the strongest e-learning units in Israel. Shai is sitting here, he's the manager of the group. They are experts. They were not born when MOOC was born. They were there much before that. The unit has developed very interesting models of online learning, which are in some ways built on a notion of a community as well. And they are geared to the students of Haifa, but they are also can be used by other colleges and universities.
But university is not all about knowledge and skills. What about moral and ethics? What about cultural foundations? What about a place for social interaction? What about civility, civilization, relation to the society and state, and so many other things that just came to me this moment, and I hope it will be connected to the topic I'm going to speak about.
Or we're talking about preparing the citizens for the future world. And the future world will demand very flexible experts with deep knowledge, but being able to change their careers quickly, being able to be adaptive to different situations and so forth.
Okay, and I think that if we ourselves will be able to learn from each other, we will and perhaps use some of the technologies that we think are so can so well serve that community learning. I think that this would be the best way, and not someone lecturing for us how to lecture to our students. I think that
if excellence is what we seek, and it seems to be something that we agree on, that excellence is sought by really knowing how to learn and then learning the different disciplines, then this is something that we should enact in our faculty, and then maybe make it in a broad scale and bring it into the different disciplines and the different faculties. And this can be something very unique for this university.
Its manifest destiny, still very unique, not only in Israel, but certainly in Israel, that we are an interdisciplinary faculty of law. Not a few among our faculty have PhD in different fields, not necessarily legal doctrines.
I would suggest that we leverage technology for more interdisciplinary conversation. We in academia live in silos. I hardly ever meet colleagues from other faculties outside of social contexts, and that's not good for us, it's not good for our disciplines, it's not good for the university. We need to leverage more opportunities for conversation, and technology is an opportunity.
What would it be for us to become an elite research institution, which is a different educational character than an institution which is primarily concerned with educating a population for the workforce? And of course, it's not either or, it's a balance. But the question is, what is the balance, and how much of our resources should be allocated towards the mission of establishing elite research versus the educational? And in a world of limited resources, difficult choices have to be made.